So, welcome to episode 3 of God's Daughters podcast. I wanted to touch bases on this a little bit. I think last year I got a revelation, maybe, or probably the year before that, and it was last year because I was talking about it. It was before that because it's about the weather and how the earth is alive, basically, and how air is shared and different things, and how I was contemplating the storms, the tornadoes, and how they keep becoming more extreme. And I was I was contemplating the earth, and I said, "Oh, the trees are like the earth's babies, right? Because they grow out of the ground." And so the wind and the earth are connected. They're part of each other. These elements are basically one element, but they're connected. They work together. Earth, air, water, the ground, all that works together. It's an ecosystem of sorts. And I said, well, the tornadoes, they're looking for what was removed, the energy that was there. The trees put off a certain energy, a certain vibration, right? A certain magnetism comes from that. An electricity, if you will, the magnetism and electricity come from that vibration. And so if that portion, the fact that it was trees and now the trees aren't there and it's just flat land and it keeps going the same route over and over again, usually, is questioning, well, what I would be questioning, and my revelation said that the tornadoes are looking for the thing. And it came to pass because the tornado, I don't know if it's after the tornado that the hail and the rain are there, or it seems like it seems to me that the tornadoes are a defense mechanism that the earth has unleashed to locate the energy that it's been looking for, and now it's beginning to move in directions that paths that it normally didn't take because it can't find what it was looking for. The eye of the storm is the clear part to see, okay, I don't see it there. Okay, keep looking. I don't see it there. Keep looking. Keep looking. Keep looking. It's supposed to be here. Keep looking. I put it here. Keep looking, right? And that was the revelation. And so it's interesting how, I don't know, minded some things are that are going on. Like, people haven't figured that out yet, or they haven't figured, it's like people don't recognize that we all breathe in the same air, you know, we all drinking the same water. It's all the same. So if you're dropping bombs or tossing chemicals in the air, we're all breathing that air. It's recycled air. It's not like, if there's a storm where there was radiation from a bomb in a cloud that gets into the precipitation, and then it rains in another community or another country, then you just cause radiation to go from one area to another. It's like basic science. And it's like, what are you doing? The sun, it's the same sun, it's the same moon. We all see the same sun and the same moon. You don't think we breathe the same air? Like, common sense, people. I don't know. Genesis tells you, it ain't say, yeah, I created 20 suns. No, I created The I created the earth, basically. I created this, and that, and the other. Genesis tells you exactly what was created. I mean, come on now. You gotta make it make better sense. But that was a revelation. That was something I wanted to think about. Do y'all even think about that? Ever, like how storms are becoming more extreme? No one even considers it. It's like, what is happening? Like, there are particles of there are particles of garbage that are just floating through the air. I started covering my hair up because of that, right? And sometimes people try to ask, like, is it religion? It's like, no, like, you're breathing garbage into your lungs, and then it's in your hair. You lay on your pillow. You don't wash your hair before you go to sleep. You lay on your pillow, and then you breathe it in to your lungs when you sleep, because the garbage is on your hair when you lay in your bed because you ain't wash your hair before you went to sleep. It's like, what? Like, literally, go to a landfill. You'll see the garbage floating in the air. Nobody says anything. You can literally see it. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. It makes no sense to me. But hey, I guess they gonna have to find out. They just gonna have to find out. Because I mean, it's real basic. But you can tell that the tornado is searching for something. I get a sense that it's searching for something because the tornadoes are popping up in places that they typically would not be. They don't typically run. It'd be in areas where it's just wide open spaces, but the tornadoes now have just been going wherever they want to go because I feel like it's looking for something, an energy source that was a vibration that was there that's no longer there, right? People say they know how deep the roots go, but do you really? You took it out of the ground, but you can't take the particles of what was there away from the dirt. So the tornado knows that it was there, knows how long it had been there, right? Like, it's almost one of those things like people don't even consider how nature works for real. Like, literally, the trees die every winter and they come back to life every spring. Marinate on that. It dies and then it comes back. It goes dormant and then it comes back every spring. You don't think that the tree that was uprooted or cut down, you don't think it sent a message into the ground saying it was being destroyed? Fish have a mechanism, a defensive mechanism when they're caught. It's called mucus. You don't think trees got something like that? Come on now. Gotta make it make sense. Even still, like, even with the geese that no longer migrate, for example, you don't think that they were supposed to be migrating so that they could eat up something that was wherever they were migrating to? You don't think that that has an effect on the earth? Could that be a reason why global warming is going faster? Or do you really think it's just because they cut down a bunch of trees? Or the carbon is too much? You just think that's it. Like, everything has a component and it works together. Like, it could literally just be because these birds ain't migrating. Or it could just because it's too much carbon in the air. Which, regardless of the case, everything works together. For real. Just tap into yourself and you can just see what's going on. Like, huh. That's odd. It was a tornado where I live a couple weeks ago. Normally, I don't stop what I'm doing during a tornado, but the sirens, this particular tornado was very different because it usually it sounds, but it don't sound that long. And then the hail started, and then it got really quiet, and I stopped what I was doing immediately because I knew that the tornado was here. Like I heard the wind, I heard the rain, and I heard the hail, but then it was just silence. But what was eerie is how long the alarm for the tornado was sounding. That was eerie. And they're getting more and more frequent. Sometimes it's more than one at one time. But people want to claim land that ain't theirs. It's like, what are you doing? We are here to enjoy ourselves, but also create and lift the frequency of the earth, not lower it. The earth will throw us up if it wants. The earth can regurgitate us if it wants to. Think about that. We own the earth. The earth is a living entity. It can throw us up. Come on now. Those tornadoes are definitely looking for them trees or whatever was there before it got not there. It's definitely looking for it. And I don't need no college professor to tell me that. I don't need nobody to tell me that. I know that's what it is. It's like a search and rescue almost. It's searching, and when the tornadoes don't work, that's when the water comes. The water don't work, that's when the earthquakes start. You don't think the earth crying when an earthquake happens? You don't think that's the way the earth is like anger? You don't think, like, honestly, you don't think the earth has emotions? I don't get high, by the way. I'm just saying, like, think about that. Consider it. It's living. You don't think the earth is weeping? You don't think it's angry? You don't think it's trembling because it's angry? It's been searching for whatever it is for a very long time because tornadoes have been happening constantly and they're getting more extreme. And the floods, the water is getting more and more. Oh, it's just global warming. It could be just global warming. It could be. But if you know that you need the trees to kind of cleanse, if you know that the trees are air filters and um, vegetation is air filters for plants, vegetation, they're air filters for us to live here. Why would you not plant trees if you cut down trees? For every tree you cut down, you should plant 5. And how about this? Stop planting a bunch of male trees all over the place because that's a lot of pollen, right? You don't think trees like some stuff is such common sense. You don't think trees mate? Plants, they have male plants, they have female plants, they have hermaphrodite plants. Like seriously, plants mate with each other. It's not just bees. They produce their own kind of sperm, if you will, to make other plants. I don't think trees do that. You don't think that every time a tree get cut down, do you think the tree just letting itself get cut down? You don't think it sends an alert to the ground? Like, hey, they chopping me. You don't think this tree sends a frequency through the earth to let the earth know it's being cut down? I mean, come on now. Common sense now. Common sense, people. Common sense. We're talking about a living thing that goes dormant but comes back to life every spring. What? You don't think that that thing communicates with the earth? You don't think the earth be sending messages to that thing to have it to do certain things and perform certain tasks? You don't think that where all those trees were cut down and they just decided to put farmland? You don't think if those trees sent the message to the earth? You think it ain't in the ground? You think the message is not in the ground no more? That's not how particles work. The trees have energy. Energy doesn't go away. It transforms, or it can be transmuted into something else, but it's still there. If it can come back to life every spring, it can definitely communicate with the dirt, the soil, the earth. Ponder on that for a minute. It's so different how little people consider how life actually is, you know, and what they're doing to the earth. And we all contribute to it, but we should definitely be more mindful of the fact that it's just tornado season. No, that's an alert. That is an alert that is getting more extreme. So the anger has heated up. That means that the earth is really pissed off. Like, dang, you really did what I thought I've been looking. Like, honestly, you don't think tornadoes are looking for something particular? You don't think what strikes me as the oddest thing is that people don't consider the fact that a tree can send an alert message to the soil when it's being cut down. You don't think what? Like, if you touch a tree, you it instantly helps you to heal whatever energy you got in your body if you just stand by it and touch it. You don't think it can send a message to the it filters the air. You don't think the air's come on now. Well, I know I put some trees over here. Where they at? Why is all this carbon happening? Why is why is all this? It ain't supposed to be a whole bunch of what over here. You don't think the earth's saying that? What's going on over here? Let me shake some stuff up. What's happening? What is it? It ain't there. Are you sure? Maybe I need to wake it up and make it come back to grow what? To have what? Because the food is being grown. It ain't feeding everybody, right? It's not free. But with all these tornadoes that keep happening, you should make it free because you done definitely endangered everybody by having no common sense and continuously doing that with the things you're doing in the water. It's just unnecessary, right? It's so unnecessary. So many unnecessary things. So many. Constantly. It's like, stop, y'all. Stop. Just put the trees back. Whatever tree's supposed to be there, just put them back. immediately and stop planting a bunch of male trees. They're producing a lot of pollen, but they don't have anyone to utilize the pollen. Some stuff just common sense. Don't be cheap. Okay, so if you got a complex or some land and you plant you a female tree and let the female tree take that pollen in and make another tree and just plant the other tree somewhere else. But God, my God, today, whatever it is, just have a space where the trees can grow. But stop getting rid of them and take better care of the trees. Really, do that part. And stop cutting down all these meadows and prairies. Those are homelands for little birds. They like to be in those bushes and things. Like everything has its purpose. Even if it don't look nice to you, it has a purpose. And it ain't up to for humans to like get rid of everything that has a purpose. It was created for a reason, just like we were created. That's all I wanted to say, y'all. So thank you again for listening to this podcast. Again, I wish you I wish that everyone that you encounter is full of love, kindness, well being in their mind, body, spirits, finances, and surroundings. And I wish you perfect health.